Okay, so today I worked on. I wasn't gonna do this, but I found a video where a guy was talking about sending and or saving usernames and passwords to a SQLite database, and I had a hard time finding that video because I don't know, maybe people don't like SQLite. I don't know. That's all I've used. So I wanted to try to find a video that can help me do user login using Node.js and SQLite. So I found this video, so I got the user login to work. So, oops, I made that. So it's using a form in my HTML here, and it's using a post method to check against the username and password that's in the database. And then if you don't have a user name or password, it throws up warnings, and then you can also register. But again, you're just registering the username and the password. You're not registering emails. Mostly just because since this isn't the most secure thing, if people actually use their real emails, I don't want them to, get screwed. So it is just username and password. There's no like, hey, I forgot my password. You kind of gotta figure it out and don't lose it. But so yeah, this is also using a post method to get this form data. So I hadn't done a whole lot of posts in JavaScript. I had done it mostly in PHP, so that was a little bit easier doing it that way. But this wasn't so bad. It took about 3.5 hours to go through a 45-minute video, but I got it. And so I don't know if I necessarily understand all of it, but I was able to Google what I didn't and get it to work in my specific situation. So a couple of things I worked with this time was Passport. I hadn't used Passport before, so we send the password through Passport, and it hashes it, and so then what's going to the database then is a hashed password, and then we made a model for the user. So this is the format that gets sent to the database, the username and the password gets sent over to the database. But yeah, so pretty much what it's doing is getting. So if you're not logged in, you go to the login page. If you try to go to the main page, if you try to go to starboundconquest.com, it takes you to starboundconquest.com/login. And then here's a route for your registering. So if your password is not unique, as in if there's already a password in the database, it'll throw up an error. And there are three different. The video guy had 3 different failed scenarios. So like if you tried logging in without a password, it says you got to make a password. So then here's the post method for the register. So it's getting all of this. The kid in the video was like, if you don't understand this, that's fine, because I don't either. I was like, well, that's good, because I know I don't. But yeah, so anyway, I put down some notes. So if the hashing fails, it takes you to the register. If for some reason the hashing fails, it takes you to the register. Back to the register page. This here is creating the user, and I don't really need these console.logs anymore. It's all working now. And then if there's an error logging in, it redirects you to login. And then if trying to log in with a unique user, then it takes you to the register name. Or if you have a name, that's not the thing. It takes you to the register name. Yeah, I think. Yeah, if you're using a name that's already in the thing, then it takes you to the register, I think. And then there's a logout, a very simple logout that takes you back to, into the main page. So that's pretty cool. And then this is all the upload data. But anyway, yeah. So it was tough. It was hard. It was a lot of new concepts. But hey, I got it working. So I've been trying to go through it and put in comments and things. I'm trying to start do that more. Put in comments into my code, mostly just to help me understand it. And in the moment of doing the video, of watching the video, I feel like I get it pretty well. But trying to go back through it like I am right now, I'm just kind of like blah, blah, blah. And I don't feel like I always necessarily understand what it is doing if I don't keep looking at it. So anyway, oh, and this is creating the database. It's SQLizing it. I never heard of SQLize, but that's pretty cool. Okay, so here's the main. You don't see it yet, do you? Okay. So here's the login. When you go to, so if you try to go to starboundconquest.com, it takes you to the login page. It redirects you from that to the login page. Okay, and then if you try to do, and then dance, I don't know how to get rid of this connection isn't secure, but that's going to be next because that's kind of frustrating. You log in and it says, hey, there's no username or password for that. Okay, I read online that you don't want to say there's no username or there's no password. You don't want to tell them that. You want to tell them there's none of both. So anyway, so yeah, these little buttons. The companion app still takes you to the Android only app in GitHub, but I'm trying to make the website a little more user friendly, not mobile friendly. I'm not going to do that yet. Anyway, register. So if you want to do boogers and the password is dance, very simple. It doesn't check the password, and then you just hit register, and then it takes you right into the game. Okay, so then here's your game, and then look, it echoes. I don't know what the other word is in JavaScript, but it echoes your username. So it's like, hey, dude, welcome to the game. Okay, and then the logout button works. I'll probably change that because it doesn't really do anything. But then if you go boogers and then dance and then log in, oh look, it takes you right back into the game. So I think I got hot sauce in my eye. But yeah, right back into the game. So that's kind of the big thing. That was the thing that I was pretty excited the most about. So then if I go over here to new users, here's my database. And oh look, it says there's two users, and then you go down here, click on users, username, where's it at? Oh, here it is, users. And then look, it shows you. So then there's your hash password, and then salt. We talked about salt in my security class, but I don't necessarily know. But anyway, here's the date that it was put in, and yeah, so username and password, and there's the hash password. So that's pretty cool. But now that this is implemented, I can now do user-specific things. User created this ship. User created that ship. User has this many fleet points. User has that many fleet points. So that's going to be awesome. I think it's going to. I was concerned about trying to get this to work, even trying to find a video to get this to work, but I found one, so it's working. So yeah, yep, no sensitive information other than username. You can't get the password from the hash password, I don't think. But yeah, so pretty cool. And then, so the other couple of things that I've gotten done are mostly just cosmetic. I made a, thought I was already logged in. Oh, I am. Okay. I put all the rules and ship stats into the game. I figured that'd be kind of nice. So anyway, rules are very simple rules, and I kind of just quickly styled this. I'm gonna work on it just to make it look a little bit nicer. But for right now, I found this like CSS effect. If you hover over something, it uses the not in CSS, and so it's saying, hey, this is not hovered over. Blur all of these. Okay, same with this. So I don't know if that's annoying, but I will be testing this out with real people. I think it's cool, but I've also used this website a lot. So yeah, so rules for the game, and then weapon ranges and arcs. So you use, every ship has a firing arc, Okay, so, and the other thing is ship stats. Okay, here's the ship stats. All the ship stats for the game. All right here. All in one nice, easy, convenient location. So, I had this tutorial where you could drop down a selection box and pop up the specific stat for that ship. I kind of like one less thing to click. So now here's all of your stats for all of the ships. So I was following this tutorial right here. Drop down. No, it's ship stats right here. I made this little object thing with all of my ship stats, and then it just inserts that data into the row. Saves up my HTML from being cluttered. But this was part of the tutorial where it was going to have you select from a drop down, populate specific ships based on what you selected. I kind of like this way better, so I just kept it. But yeah, so that's kind of it. And then I think, as far as I can tell, everything else still. My function didn't fire. I think, as far as I can tell, everything else is still. Oh, that's because I gotta select one. Still working. So then you can save your canvas. Canvas has been saved, and then you get the super handy dandy Discord thing. Okay, you log back out. Log back in. Log in. And then, hey, look, there's your thing. Oh, and I did put the save canvas function at the bottom of the file, so it only loads one time, and I think that loads on the load of the program. So the game now auto loads. But if it doesn't, there's still also the load button that does it for you. So, okay, yeah, that's kind of it. So the back end, I think, is pretty well done. I think the stats are on the website. User login. Other than some other things, I'm ready to start some playtesting and have yet to be able to find somebody who can do it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Let me stop.